Hi, it's Mr. S, and today I would like to share about mistakes and using mistakes for learning. So I want you to think of a moment when you made a mistake in the classroom or in the job, whatever. I know you have various experiences. Like I've made many mistakes. Right now I'm making a mistake of English probably. I know I'm a math teacher, but I made mistakes on math as well. Goal for this video is I want you to feel comfortable making mistakes. That means I don't want you to be afraid of making mistakes. And the other goal is I want you to learn from mistakes. I want you to have those mindset where you can feel comfortable making mistakes and learn from mistakes. And here are the overview of this video. I'll talk about mistakes, mindset, which I'll talk about thoughts and thinking, and the way of thinking, and emotion, and some questions to ask yourself when you made a mistake. So, a couple of things about mistakes, something that you might have not known before. When you make a mistake, they're actually brain growth. Twice. Your brain grows. Twice. So when you make a mistake, synapse fires in the brain that causes the brain to grow. Synapse is an electrical signal that's inside the brain that fires in the brain. And two types, the first one is ERN and second one is PE. First one is unconscious. The brain knows that you made a mistake, but you yourself are not aware of it. The second the second PE response is the one that you are conscious with. You know it. Oh, I made a mistake. You know it at that moment. So there are twice brain growth. Now, responding correctly versus incorrectly. When you got it right, answered it correctly, no brain growth. You just, oh, I know this. Nothing happens. I mean, you just feel good. That's it. I got it right. That's it. When you got it wrong, your brain grows twice. So in learning, isn't this better? Your brain grows compared to zero. Now, there are two types of fixed mindset I want to talk about. First one is fixed. It's a thought that a person's ability cannot be changed or is determined when a person is born. It's that kind of thinking. People with fixed mindset might do things like give up easily, have a thought, I'm not good at something. Maybe, for example, I'm not good at math. I'm not a math person. I don't have a math brain. Things like that. People with fixed mindset does not try challenge some hard tasks. They complete easy ones and feel just comfortable. That's it. And on the other hand, the growth mindset are people with the belief that a person can overcome struggles by effort. Like, for example, they might have a thought, I can do this, I will try, I can do it better. Now, of course, as you noticed, the fixed mindset versus growth mindset, which is better? Of course, growth. I want you to have the growth mindset. Now, good mistakes and not good mistakes. There are types. Good mistakes are made by difficult tasks to complete. Some tasks that require thinking. So I don't want you to make I want to encourage making mistakes by doing something hard instead of doing something easy. As you saw on the previous two slides before, on the fixed mindset, people will do easy tasks. And doing easy tasks and making a mistake, that doesn't feel really good, right? Think about it. You are doing very easy things and you made a mistake. You might feel like, oh, how bad am I? And you feel unmotivated, No, instead I want you to try difficult tasks and still make a mistake and learn from there, using mistake as a learning opportunity. So even though you made a mistake, you might want to correct the mistake and so that you don't do it next time and learn from it. John Piaget is a person who set this word equilibrium, and it's the model that on how people get ideas and how their brain or how their model inside their head changes. So 3 stages: equilibrium, disequilibrium, and then new equilibrium. So a person has a knowledge already in his head, and that's the equilibrium stage. Their knowledge and ideas, their fits, nothing wrong, just peace. But once the person approaches new idea, the idea does not fit in the current model or in that head. And that's where the disequilibrium comes. Oh, I have this model, but this idea does not fit. Oh, what should I do? That's the disequilibrium. But the model will be adapted to the new idea. No, the idea will be adapted to the model. Your brain kind of grows and changes and it adapts. A new model is made, and that's a new equilibrium. So when you make a mistake, it's this part right here when you approach a new idea and that idea does not fit in the current model. Oh, I thought this was right, but it's wrong. That's the idea that's not fit in the current model. But when you learn, you adapt the model for the new idea or the mistakes, and you create your new equilibrium. And John Piaget says that these stages are very important when learning. Now, I want you to think of an experience where you had a pretty bad one, when you made a mistake. And you might have thought, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want the challenge. Or you're just scared of making mistakes. Many people are. They don't want to make mistakes. They want to be perfect, even though we know that we cannot be perfect. When you make a mistake, you might feel embarrassed. You're afraid of making a mistake. You're scared, maybe. But think of it. Is it really the mistake that you're afraid of, or is it the reaction from the peers that you are afraid of? I want you to think for a moment. Is it the reaction from the peers that you're afraid of? Like I said, people are not perfect, so they will make mistakes, obviously. Unless you think you are perfect, still I will say you are not perfect. You will make mistakes, but you can be better at it. But when you make a mistake, you might have when you're in classroom, for example, you made a mistake in front of the class, and probably something happened, and your peers are picking on it, and you feel uncomfortable. That's something that you don't want. And next time you try something, well, you hesitate to try something because you don't want to make a mistake, because that creates that uncomfortable feeling from the peers. Will feel embarrassed. So it might not be the mistake itself that you are afraid of. It might be the reaction from the peers. So don't be afraid. I will say don't be afraid of making mistakes. Because mistakes is not something that's scary. It's appears. So teachers or people who are in the higher position, who are creating the environment. I want you to make an environment for mistakes to happen peacefully. I want teachers or the person who's in that organized person use mistakes as a learning opportunity. Use these on purpose. So I read a book and it said that an example that a teacher actually picks the mistakes and shows that on the board or on the screen to show, hey, these are the people that these are the things that we typically make mistakes on, and we should learn from them. This message, we learn from mistakes, is going to be a powerful tool for everyone, especially people who don't want to make mistakes, because probably they just don't want to make mistakes because they're afraid of getting picked on it. But we have to understand that we learn from mistakes. We have to make mistakes to learn and to grow. Praise the effort, not the result only. Like, for example, I like the way you have approached this problem. It's a good way to praise the effort, instead of, hey, good job, you made 100, or something like that. Avoid people picking or joking or making fun of a person who made mistakes. And that's what I'm talking about, this environment. Use it on purpose. Be careful with using mistakes, because if once you allowed people to pick on it, that makes the person embarrassed. And probably that person will not try again. So think about the students or people, from especially those kids who are sensitive to the eyes of the peers. So whenever you made a mistake, like you're learning by yourself, for example, and I want you to ask these questions, not all of them, but could be one or two, but these are the questions that I would suggest to ask yourself. What was the error? Why did I make this error? How can I avoid making this error? What would I say if another person made this same error? What kind of advice would you give? How can I improve? What did I learn from this error? All these things are to improve yourself, to learn from it, and for you to grow. Alright, so that's the end of the video today. I want you to challenge difficult tasks and questions, make mistakes, and learn from them. If this video was helpful, please leave comments, like, and subscribe my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.